Hello everyone, welcome back to Football Manager 2017 with Newcastle United. And the first things first, Merry Christmas to those of you watching this on Christmas Day. That is the day that this has been put up. Don't worry, I haven't spent all day playing Football Manager. It's a pre-recorded video, just wanting to wish you a Merry Christmas and talk about our transfers ahead of a new season with Newcastle United. Today I bring presents in the shape of transfers. So you'll see we've already gone through 2 pre-season matches, scored 12, conceded none. 4 more still to go before we take on Manchester United, our arch rivals after last season, in the Premier League's first fixture. But first things first, that's to take a look at our transfers. So if you get in the transfer history, you'll see that we have managed to bring in £38 million. We've also spent £80 million, which is a pretty decent outlay. In terms of players leaving, we've got Adam Phillips is a big one. We managed to get up to £31.5 million for him. We signed him for just 23. He's already gone. He didn't really play last season, just the 6 games. And I wasn't convinced he was going to move to the next level. So I thought with the players that were available on the transfer market, it was worth cashing in after Watford came in with a spontaneous bid. The other player to leave was Gabriel Jesus, who was never really going to get in our team because we just couldn't get a work permit from him or for him, no matter what we did. We managed to get him on a free from Manchester City. The intention was always to flip him just because he was such a good player in terms of valuation. So we made a £12 million profit on that, taking our total income to £38 million. In terms of players going out, there's quite a few punts, is the best way to describe them. The first one being Phil Oden. We managed to get him for just a few £100,000. He's already gone out on loan to Fulham. He's not likely to become a great player. He also doesn't really fit in our tactical system, but I think we can probably flip him for a decent amount of money. Shea Ojo's another player like that. We signed him for just £1.5 million. He's a little bit versatile. Will fill in an injury crisis. He's just a backup player. Callum Slattery is someone else that we raided from Southampton who got relegated. He, I think, is a little bit underrated by my assistant manager. I think that he could go on and become a 3.5, maybe even 4-star player if he gets some game time. And that will be the big question, is if he can get the game time. Otherwise, he'll be going out on loan. Alexander-Arnold is another Liverpool youth product. Now, he can play at right back or defensive midfield, which was the main reason I signed him. He'll do a bit of a job in either position, but I think defensive midfield is most likely the area we'll use him because Cook and Rabiot will probably be played in centre midfield a bit more often. Kutroviak is likely to be showing the door in this window. Alan Trella is another youth product, long way from being a finished article and not that great stats, but worth a punt on him nonetheless. Pinheiro has the ability to become our first choice right back. I think he could become a very good player in that position if I give him enough game time. There's a lot of people ahead of him at the moment in that list, and Callum Chambers is still our first choice, but Pinheiro over time could make it his own. Sergi Samper, the first really big signing, he's worth a lot more than we signed him for, and he will become our first choice defensive midfielder from the first match, I would imagine. He's been solid for Barcelona for a number of years, so he was definitely worth bringing in. And the last one is Lucas, another player that we have raided from Southampton. I wanted another central defender, a decent one if we could get him, and I think he does that job. Just £22 million he cost us, and he normally averages around a 7 rating. He's played for Southampton for quite a long time now, and I think he'll do a good job for us alongside Mamana. There's still some players to leave. Vilhena and Vasquez have got bids coming in for them, so they'll probably be on their way out. Neither of them were likely to feature my team, with Scott Orr being ahead of Vasquez, and now we've got Sergio Roberto. I just don't think we need Vilhena, who didn't really play much towards the end of last season. And Marco Asensio is one big transfer that we're looking to pull off. You might be familiar with him from games that we played against Everton last season, but we'll have a look at him in a bit more detail if we do manage to bring him in. So quite a bit to look forward to. I'm going to skip ahead now to that Manchester United match, and then we'll play that, see if we get some revenge on the league champions after they pipped us to the title last time out. There will be some more transfer business going on, I'm pretty sure of that, but I need to sell in order to buy at this point. So I'll meet you the other side of pre-season. We are now the other side of pre-season. It's been a pretty good run of games, 6 victories in a row. Not a bad way to build up confidence ahead of a big game against Manchester United. I really want to get some revenge on them with a victory today if we can do it. In terms of transfers, there's not been much more business done. We've not brought anybody else in. The deal to sign Asensio did fall through because we just didn't have the cash available. But Lucas Vazquez has left the club, just £1.6 million. He was 31 years old now, and he wasn't quite performing last season at the level he had before then. He was a very good signing for us, did very well for a couple of years, but it's time for him to move on. The other big one was Trindade de Vilhena. He was still a decent player, but he just wasn't staying in the team, and I didn't really think it was fair to keep him if we didn't need him. So he's gone. We still managed to turn a profit on him. We nearly doubled the cash on him, and we had a lot of good years with him. I think we signed him in our first season in the Premier League. So good bit of business there. We've managed to get some extra cash in, and with the amount of midfield players we brought in over the summer, we didn't really need him. For the team today, it's a pretty strong one. We've got Z Gomez leading the line with Sterling and Sane on the wing. I think they will be our first choice wingers this season, with Rabiot, Kovacic and Kutroviak in the three midfield roles. Sergi Sampa is going to start this one on the bench. We've also got Rahman, Lucas, Mamana and Chambers in the back row. So Lucas is going to make his debut today. We've also got Matthew Ketchell in goal. Chances for a debut for Sergi Sampa and Shei Ojo. Still quite a few of the players just sort of sitting on in the reserves at the moment, but they will get chances as the season progresses. The main thing is trying to get 3 points today. Try and get some revenge on Manchester United after they beat us to the title last season. Their first title since the Alex Ferguson era. So they're an up-and-coming club at the moment too. But we really need to get that title this season. Morata's been played through from midfield and he's managed to score inside 6 minutes. United have the lead at St James's Park. Saul plays it back to Laporte. It's a great pass forward to pick out Luke Shaw. He sends the ball in. Morata's at the near post. It's 2-0 and this is a very, very strong United team. Well, Manchester United managed to see that match out without any trouble whatsoever. It's a really poor performance from us, but it's a highlight of how powerful this Manchester United team is. They're all in the prime of their career, around 28, 29. So they won't be around long term, but I think they're going to be so difficult to beat this season. It means that we start our league season off 3 points behind United right from kickoff. So that's somewhat frustrating. It's a little bit disappointing that we've ended up losing that match, but with Wolves and Liverpool away next, it's going to get even tougher, especially that Liverpool match. Then we get a nice run of Premier League games until we take on Spurs and Chelsea. Hopefully we can pick up some points in our next episode. We'll also kick off our Champions League group stage campaign and possibly the EFL Cup. So make sure you subscribe if you want to check that out tomorrow. It might be a nice way to enjoy your Boxing Day. But that is all for this little Christmas Day episode. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it, if you're having a nice Christmas. And until next time, see ya.